moving right along. Look, folks, I think it's a sad day in American history. See a sitting president weaponize our justice system in order to bring phony criminal charges against his likely main re-election opponent. You know, this is kind of like 19th century stuff where corruption was always rampant, but actually it's worse today. Former U.S. presidents have access to classified and unclassified documents after they leave office. Go back to Judge Amy Berman Jackson. She was an Obama nominee. She wrote a decade ago, and I'm going to quote directly, quote, "The president is completely entrusted with the management and even the disposal of presidential records during his time in office," end quote. She was referring to Bill Clinton, who had national security information stashed away in a sock drawer after leaving the White House. That is a sock like the stuff you wear on your feet. The Trump indictment never mentioned the Presidential Records Act, which is a civil matter that should never have been criminalized. It should have been settled amicably out of court. This espionage charges brought against Trump, completely bogus. There is no criminality here. Or maybe there could be on the part of the special prosecutor who somehow got himself a judge to allow him to force a Trump lawyer to give up the attorney-client privilege in what's called a fraud crime exception. This is just more weaponization against Trump. It's Joe Biden, the senator and vice president, who acted illegally by taking classified documents and stashing them all over town. And somehow Mr. Trump got busted and Biden has not. Go figure. Political America in 2023 has become a pretty raunchy place. I haven't even mentioned the growing Burisma scandal that is now closing in on President Biden and his son from all sides. Meanwhile, however all this turns out, and Mr. Trump is going to fight to the end, the polls still show he's got huge support. And I'm going to continue to argue that this election is going to be about pocketbook issues, not phony prosecutions. A recent Job Creators poll shows nearly two-thirds of small businesses are worried they're heading into recession. Real weekly wages have fallen 26 straight months as inflation continues to bury the middle class. In fact, real wages have dropped 93% of the time during the Biden presidency. It's the longest duration of real wage decline in history, even double the time frame during the 2008-2009 meltdown. A recent poll by the Democracy Institute shows 61% of voters believe we're in recession. A tiny 26% approve of Joe Biden's handling. 26% approve of Joe Biden's handling of the economy. And the three top issues, according to this poll, inflation, economy, and jobs, that combined for over 50% of voter worries, more than 3 times the next closest issue, which was crime. Now, Biden Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, she says the president respects the rule of law and wants the DOJ to be truly independent. But that is completely wrong and besides the point. The Justice Department is part of any administration. It's part of the executive branch appointed by the president. The issue isn't independence. The issue is, why can't the Biden Justice Department implement a neutral application of the rule of law rather than simply working overtime feverishly to criminalize its opponents? That's the real issue. We're not going to solve all this today, I get it. But when things look darkest before they turn completely black, let's bring in just a little humor from my pal Greg Gutfeld. Take a listen.
Do you realize that in 2024 on the presidential debate stage, both guys could be wearing ankle bracelets?
Yes.
It could possibly happen. It's possible.
All right. Save America. A little humor goes a long way. Ha, 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 ha. I couldn't help myself.